Have you ever wondered why some people in their 80s and 90s walk with strength, confidence, and balance, while others struggle to even climb a flight of stairs? The surprising truth is, much of it comes down to a single everyday habit, something you can start today, that directly impacts your leg strength, mobility, and independence. And here's the kicker. Most seniors overlook it entirely. You see, as we age, our muscles naturally shrink, a process called sarcopenia. Studies show that by the time we hit 80 or 90, we can lose up to 50% of our muscle mass if we do not intervene. But here's the good news. This is not an inevitable decline. There's a growing body of research from universities like Harvard and studies published in the Journal of Gerontology demonstrating that specific nutrients, combined with simple daily habits, can help preserve and even rebuild leg strength well into old age. Strong legs are not just about walking or standing. They directly affect your brain, your balance, and your confidence. Weak legs increase fall risk, decrease independence, and even influence your mood. Every step you take is a conversation between your muscles, nerves, and brain. If you want to live a longer, more vibrant life, you need to nurture that connection every day. In this video, I'm going to reveal the one food that research shows can make a profound difference in leg strength, even at 90. But I would not just tell you what to eat. I will explain why it works, what's happening in your muscles at a cellular level, and how to incorporate it into your day in a simple, practical way. By the end, you will have actionable tools to strengthen your legs, improve your balance, and protect your independence. Tools that are backed by science and easy to implement. And here's a little secret. There's a surprising twist in the final tip that most people completely miss. It's not just about eating, but when and how you combine this habit to maximize results. So stay tuned, because the insight at the end could completely change the way you think about maintaining strength in your later years. Before we dive in, I want you to do one thing. Hit the like button and comment your age below. I want to see who's watching today and where you're at in your journey towards stronger legs and a healthier life. Have you ever noticed how some seniors seem to maintain strong, sturdy legs well into their 80s or 90s, while others gradually slow down and struggle with basic mobility? One of the most underappreciated factors behind this is not exercise alone. It's protein timing. That's right. It's not just how much protein you eat each day, but when you eat it, that can make a dramatic difference in preserving leg strength. Here's what the research shows. As we age, our bodies experience a blunted response to protein, a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. Essentially, our muscles need a stronger, more strategic signal to grow and repair. A 2015 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who evenly distributed protein intake across meals, rather than consuming most of it at dinner, had greater gains in muscle protein synthesis and improved functional strength. Think of your muscles like a sponge. If you pour water into one corner, it overflows and does not get absorbed efficiently. But if you distribute the water evenly across the sponge, every fiber is nourished. The same principle applies to protein intake. Spreading it out ensures your leg muscles receive the amino acids they need throughout the day. A simple tool to apply is the 30-30-30 method. Aim for roughly 30 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast is especially critical. Most seniors consume very little protein in the morning, which means their muscles go for hours without nourishment. Adding an egg, Greek yogurt, or a scoop of whey protein can jumpstart muscle protein synthesis and set a tone for the day. Another layer to consider is the synergy between protein and movement. Research published in Frontiers in Nutrition demonstrates that consuming protein within 30 to 60 minutes after resistance exercises, even light leg workouts like chair squats or step-ups, amplifies the muscle-building signal. You might be surprised at how small tweaks, like pairing your morning protein with a short mobility routine, can create disproportionate gains in leg strength over time. Here's a practical question. Have you noticed how your energy or balance dips in the afternoon? It may be linked to low amino acid availability after a protein-deficient breakfast. Experiment with this. Add a protein-rich morning meal for 1 week and track your leg strength, balance, or endurance during daily activities. Before we move to the next insight, here's a quick engagement note. If this idea resonates, comment below with the protein you eat most often in the morning. I want to see what's working for you, and if you have not already, consider subscribing. We're unpacking 6 more science-backed tools to help you maintain strong legs and independence well into your 90s. Have you ever wondered why simply eating more protein sometimes does not seem to strengthen your legs as much as you'd expect? The missing piece often comes down to a single amino acid, leucine. This is not just a nutrient, it's a molecular on switch for muscle growth, especially critical for seniors who are fighting age-related muscle loss. Here's the science. Leucine directly activates a pathway in your muscle cells called mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin. Think of mTOR as the construction manager in your muscles. When activated, it signals your body to start repairing and building new muscle fibers. Without enough leucine, even adequate protein intake may not fully trigger muscle growth, which is why many older adults struggle to maintain leg strength despite eating protein regularly. A study in the Journal of Nutrition highlighted that older adults who consumed meals with 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per serving experienced significantly higher rates of muscle protein synthesis than those who did not. Foods rich in leucine include eggs, dairy, soy, lean meats, and whey protein. But it's not just about quantity. The timing and combination with other amino acids amplify the signal. Here's a practical analogy. Imagine trying to start a car with a weak battery. You can press the ignition all you want, but the car would not turn over until that spark hits. Leucine is that spark for your muscles. Without it, your protein intake is like fuel sitting in the tank. Valuable, but not fully utilized. So, how can you apply this today? Start by ensuring each meal contains a leucine-rich protein source. For example, breakfast, 2 eggs, plus Greek yogurt lunch, 4 ounces of lean chicken, or tofu dinner, 5 ounces of salmon or a whey protein shake even. Adding a small leucine boost to your morning can dramatically change how your muscles respond throughout the day. Pair it with light leg exercises, chair squats, calf raises, or short walks, and you create a powerful muscle-building feedback loop. Here's a question for you. Have you ever noticed certain foods make you feel stronger or more energized after a workout? That could be leucine in action. Experiment with adding 1 leucine-rich food to your morning and see how your legs feel over a week. Track your balance, stair climbing, or even the ease of standing up from a chair. Before we move to the next insight, here's a quick engagement moment. Comment below with your favorite leucine-rich food. I'm curious which ones you're already using, and we will explore how to combine them for maximum effect in later tips. If this concept is already changing how you view your meals, hit like and consider subscribing. The next tip dives into a little-known circulation hack that directly feeds your leg muscles, and it might just surprise you. Have you ever noticed that sometimes your legs feel sluggish or heavy, even after a good night's sleep? Surprisingly, this is not just about muscles getting weaker. It's often about blood flow. Your leg muscles, like any other tissue, need a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients. Without efficient circulation, even strong muscles cannot perform at their best. Here's what the research shows. Microvascular health, the health of the small blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to muscles, is a major determinant of strength, balance, and endurance, especially in older adults. A 2018 study in Circulation research demonstrated that seniors who improved microvascular function through dietary and lifestyle interventions experienced measurable increases in leg strength and mobility. Simply put, if your blood is not delivering the raw materials, your muscles cannot rebuild or stay strong. One of the most potent tools to enhance blood flow is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels, improving circulation and ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach your muscle fibers efficiently. Foods rich in nitrates, like spinach, beetroot, arugula, and celery, have been shown in multiple studies to boost nitric oxide levels, improve vascular function, and even enhance exercise performance in older adults. Think of it this way. Your muscles are like a factory, and blood is the delivery truck bringing in essential supplies. No matter how advanced the factory is, if the trucks cannot get through, production slows down. Boosting nitric oxide is like widening the roads. Suddenly, everything flows more efficiently, and your muscles can rebuild faster. A simple, practical tool is to add a nitrate-rich food to your morning or pre-workout meal. For example, a small beetroot smoothie, a handful of spinach in an omelet, or a celery juice can start sending more oxygen to your legs within hours. Pairing this with light leg movements, even a few minutes of marching in place, further signals your body to optimize blood flow and nutrient delivery. Here's a curiosity question for you. Have you noticed some people bounce back after walking or climbing stairs while others struggle? Microvascular efficiency might be the hidden factor. Try adding a nitrate-rich food to one meal today and observe how your legs feel during simple activities like standing up from a chair or climbing a flight of stairs. Before we move on, here's a small engagement reminder. Comment below with the nitrate-rich food you're most likely to try this week. And if you find these tips helpful, hit like and subscribe. The next insight uncovers how to energize your leg muscles at the cellular level using something most seniors completely overlook: mitochondria. Have you ever felt your legs tire quickly, even during short walks or light activity, and wondered why it happens? The answer often lies deep inside your cells, in structures called mitochondria, the tiny power plants that produce energy for every movement you make. As we age, mitochondrial function naturally declines, which means your muscles get less energy and fatigue faster. But here's the exciting part. Science shows we can revitalize these cellular powerhouses, even in our 80s and 90s. Research in Aging Cell and Frontiers in CT&D Physiology indicates that certain nutrients and lifestyle practices can enhance mitochondrial biogenesis, the process of creating new mitochondria, and improve their efficiency. When your mitochondria are performing optimally, your leg muscles have more stamina, recover faster, and respond better to exercise. One particularly effective approach involves antioxidant-rich foods and polyphenols. Foods like blueberries, dark leafy greens, green tea, and even cocoa contain compounds that protect mitochondria from oxidative stress while stimulating their activity. A 2020 study in Nutrients found that older adults consuming polyphenol-rich diets showed improved muscle endurance and reduced fatigue, even without changing exercise routines. Here's an analogy. Think of your mitochondria like car engines. Over time, without maintenance, engines lose efficiency and burn fuel poorly. Adding polyphenol-rich foods is like giving your engine a tune-up. Suddenly, it runs smoother, lasts longer, and delivers more power with less effort. Timing and combination matter here too. Pairing mitochondrial boosters with movement is especially effective. Research shows that light resistance or interval training, even just 10-15 minutes of leg-focused exercise like step-ups or mini squats, signals mitochondria to multiply and improve energy output. Pair that with a morning smoothie rich in blueberries or a handful of nuts, and you're giving your muscles the fuel and the command to perform at their best. Here's a practical question. Have you noticed how some days your legs feel energized after a walk and other days sluggish? That fluctuation may reflect mitochondrial efficiency. Experiment with adding one polyphenol-rich food to your morning or pre-activity meal for a week and track changes in endurance or ease of movement. Before we continue to the next insight, here's a small engagement note. Comment below with the antioxidant-rich food you enjoy most, and if you have not yet, hit like and subscribe. The next tip uncovers how to protect not just your muscles, but your joints and connective tissues, so your legs stay strong, resilient, and pain-free well into old age. When most people think about strong legs, they focus only on muscles. But here's the truth. Your muscles are only as effective as the connective tissues that attach them to your bones, tendons, ligaments, and cartilage. Neglecting these structures is like having a powerful engine with worn-out axles. The force is there, but it cannot be safely transmitted, and injury risk skyrockets. Research in sports medicine and nutrients shows that collagen, the primary protein in connective tissues, is critical for maintaining joint integrity, elasticity, and resilience, especially as we age. By the time we reach our 70s and 80s, collagen synthesis naturally slows, which contributes to joint stiffness, pain, and decreased mobility. But collagen is not just about preventing injury. It also amplifies strength gains when combined with muscle-building protein. Here's a practical analogy. Think of your leg muscles as the ropes on a pulley system, and your tendons and ligaments as the pulleys themselves. Even if the ropes are strong, worn-out pulleys will limit efficiency and increase wear. Collagen supplementation or collagen-rich foods help keep those pulleys strong, smooth, and functional, allowing your muscles to work effectively. So, how can seniors apply this today? First, include collagen-rich foods like bone broth, chicken skin, fish, and egg whites in your daily diet. Research in current opinion in clinical nutrition and metabolic care highlights that combining collagen intake with light resistance exercise, even simple leg movements like chair squats or calf raises, can enhance tendon and ligament strength, improve joint stability, and reduce pain. Vitamin C is another critical piece of the puzzle. It's a cofactor for collagen synthesis, meaning your body cannot efficiently use dietary collagen without it. Adding foods like oranges, bell peppers, or kiwi to meals that include collagen-rich proteins ensures your connective tissues get the full benefit. Here's a curiosity question for you. Have you ever felt stronger after a week of focused nutrition and light leg exercises? That's your connective tissue adapting. It's stronger, more resilient, and better able to support your muscles. Try pairing collagen-rich foods with a short daily leg routine for 1 week and notice how your mobility and stability improve. Before we move to the final insight, here's a quick engagement tip. Comment below with your favorite way to include collagen in your diet. And if you have not already, hit like and subscribe. The last tip reveals the behavioral habit loop that turns all of these strategies into lasting results, making sure your legs remain strong, resilient, and independent for decades to come. You have now learned about protein timing, leucine, blood flow, mitochondria, and collagen. But here's the hard truth. Knowing all this science will not help unless it becomes a habit. Knowledge without action is like owning a car and never driving it. The most powerful tool for seniors is not a supplement or superfood. It's the habit loop, a behavioral framework that turns small daily actions into compounding strength gains over time. Here's what the research shows. Behavioral psychology, including studies published in Health Psychology Review, demonstrates that consistent micro-habits, tiny, manageable actions performed daily, are far more effective than occasional intense efforts. When applied to leg strength, these small routines ensure your muscles, tendons, and energy systems are continuously stimulated, supported, and rebuilt. Over weeks and months, These habits accumulate into measurable improvements in strength, balance, and mobility. Think of it like planting a garden. You do not water all at once and expect everything to grow overnight. Daily attention, watering, sunlight, pruning, creates lush, resilient growth. Similarly, small, consistent actions like morning protein, a nitrate-rich smoothie, light resistance exercises, or even a short walk after meals compound into powerful results over time. A simple framework to implement this today is eat, move, recover, repeat. Number 1. Eat. Include a leucine-rich protein source and collagen-supporting foods with every meal. Number 2. Move. Perform brief, leg-focused exercises 3 to 5 times per week. Chair squats, calf raises, step-ups, or walking. Number 3. Recover. Support circulation and mitochondrial health with nitrate-rich foods and antioxidants. Even short periods of mindfulness or stretching improve blood flow and energy delivery. Number 4. Repeat. Consistency is the multiplier. Tiny actions you take daily stack into significant improvements over months. Here's a curious question for reflection. Which small action could you realistically do today that your future 90-year-old self will thank you for? Even a 5-minute leg routine or adding a protein-rich breakfast can make a difference if repeated consistently. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about creating a rhythm. As James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, emphasizes, small wins compound over time, and the environment you create, the foods in your kitchen, the space for movement, is just as important as willpower. Before we conclude, here's a small engagement moment. Comment below with the micro-habit you're going to start today. Share it with the community. We can all learn from each other's strategies. And if you have found value in these 6 science-backed tools for leg strength, hit like and subscribe. There's more evidence-based, practical advice coming that will help you maintain independence, vitality, and confidence well into your later decades. By committing to these habits, you're not just maintaining leg strength, you're safeguarding your independence, protecting your joints, and improving your overall quality of life. Every small, consistent choice compounds, giving you stronger legs, a healthier brain, and the freedom to enjoy life on your terms. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what we have explored today. You now understand that maintaining strong legs, even into your 90s, is not just about luck or genetics. It is about science-backed strategies that anyone can implement with consistency. From protein timing to leucine, blood flow, mitochondria, collagen, and habits, each element plays a critical role in preserving strength, mobility, and independence. First, we talked about protein timing. Distributing protein evenly across meals is not just a nutritional detail. It is the foundation for muscle preservation. By providing your muscles with a steady supply of amino acids, you create the conditions for repair and growth every single day. Then we uncovered the power of leucine, the amino acid that acts as a molecular on switch for muscle protein synthesis. Without it, your legs may not respond fully to the protein you consume. Including leucine-rich foods at each meal is a simple yet transformative step. Now, we discussed microvascular health. Efficient blood flow ensures your muscles receive oxygen and nutrients exactly when they need them. Nitrate-rich foods like spinach, beetroot, and arugula improve circulation, enhancing performance and recovery, even for older adults. We also explored mitochondria, the energy factories in every muscle cell. Polyphenol-rich foods and short bursts of leg-focused activity help mitochondria produce more energy, keeping your legs strong and fatigue-resistant. Think of it as upgrading the engine in your body, so each step you take is powered efficiently. Your connective tissues, tendons, ligaments, cartilage, are equally important. Collagen-rich foods, paired with vitamin C and light resistance exercises, Strengthen these structures, reducing injury risk and supporting optimal muscle function. Strong muscles are only effective when the connective framework is healthy and resilient. Finally, we looked at the habit loop, the behavioral framework that turns all of these strategies into lasting results. Small, consistent actions, eating, moving, recovering, compound over time. Even a few minutes a day dedicated to leg-focused exercises, paired with proper nutrition, can create significant improvements over weeks and months. Here's the bottom line. These are not abstract recommendations. They are actionable tools, backed by research, designed to empower you to maintain independence, protect your joints, and improve your quality of life. The changes do not require extreme workouts or expensive supplements. They require consistency, strategy, and the understanding that every small choice compounds over time. So here's your challenge. Pick one tool today and commit to it. Add a protein-rich breakfast, try a nitrate-rich smoothie, or do a 5-minute leg exercise routine. Track your progress for 1 week and notice how your legs feel, how your balance improves, and how confident you feel moving through daily life. And finally, if you have found this guidance valuable, I invite you to join our community. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below with the micro habit you're starting today. Share your progress and questions. Together, we can learn, adapt, and thrive. Your legs are not just a means to walk. They're a gateway to freedom, confidence, and vitality. By applying these 6 science-backed strategies consistently, you're giving yourself the tools to stay strong, mobile, and independent well into your 90s. Every step you take is a step toward longevity, strength, and a life fully lived.